Hello, people. Hello, viewers. Good mornings. Another beautiful day, or good afternoon. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. We're excellent. What? Sitting here playing around here. What's up, Steam Deck fans? You know the Steam Deck tribe, nation, universe, world, legion. What's good? Mob, what's happening? Squad, what's up? Nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? Yeah, you guys. All right, what I got for you guys on a Tuesday morning. All right, let me start you off with this one. Let's talk about Epic Games real quick. Got this article here. Listen to this. It's about Epic Games. Like that song go, it's a jungle out there. Listen to this. The U.S. Supreme Court declines to hear Epic appeals of its antitrust case with Apple. The U.S. Supreme Court declines to hear Epic's appeals of its antitrust case with Apple. Yeah. Says here, it's looking like the long-running court battle between Apple and Epic has reached its final conclusion. Today, CNBC reported that the U.S. Supreme Court declines to take on a request by Epic to look into a lower court ruling that mostly went in Apple's favor. Epic first filed a lawsuit against Apple in 2020, claiming that Apple blocked a third-party payment system on its iOS app store was in violation of U.S. antitrust law. Epic launches its payment system inside its hit game Fortnite, which caused Apple to ban the game from the iOS App Store. Fortnite remains banned from iPhones and iPad devices. Both a lower court ruling in 2021 and appeals court decision in 2023 went Apple's way, with both stating that the company App Store policies did not violate antitrust rules. Today's decision by the U.S. Supreme Court not to hear the case would seem to end this matter. It says, however, at the same time, the U.S. Supreme Court also decided not to rule on Apple's appeal of the one section of this that it lost to Epic. The lower courts agreed with Epic that Apple violates California unfair competition law. This was because Apple had banned app developers from steering consumers away from Apple payment system to make digital purchase for their apps on other systems. As usual with these kinds of case declines, the U.S. Supreme Court did not offer a comment on why it would not look into Apple versus Epic Games court fight. Then it says, while Epic mostly lost its battle with Apple, they have had much greater success in court with a small lawsuit against Google. In December 2023, a jury agreed with Epic that Google Play Store and its billing service was indeed an illegal monopoly. Google is appealing that jury's decision. Well, like someone said on Facebook here, let me see if I can get, like someone said here on Facebook, he said, but they won against Google, so I find it very strange that Epic didn't win against Apple, as Apple has monopoly on app installs while Google doesn't. Well, you know, like they say, if at first you don't succeed, well, try again. That's one way of looking at it. But the other way of looking at this is like, okay, you win some, you lose some. Epic's got to ask themselves, okay, do I want to go back in court with this long drawn out battle? Go back to court again and go through this long duration just to win a case. That's they can look at it from that standpoint. or they could just, or they could just, just move on. That's the options out there. I mean, they're having success with Fortnite right now, so it's like, okay, do we keep fighting this, or do we just move on and just? It's like they should like, oh, do we keep fighting this, or do we move on from it and just keep keep doing what they were doing, So yeah, that's the way to look at it, that court system, it's it's like a maze and a minefield, so to speak. So and you gotta have you gotta have the right representation in there. Why the Supreme Court decide not to rule? Why the Supreme Court decide to rule against Epic? Only they know the reason. Only they know the reason. So maybe later in the weeks to come, they'll have an explanation for why they rule against it. So give it time. But Epic can still fight it if they want to. They have that option, or they can move on. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. So yeah, yeah. And just because, if the Supreme Court like rejects it, it doesn't mean that if the Supreme Court rejects it, maybe it's ties or connection, or maybe the Supreme Court didn't see the point, of taking on this case, So yeah, that's how you gotta look at it. Other than that, man, Epic can still fight it if they want to, or they can just move on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes you might have a good case, but if you might have a good case, and if you might have a good case, and sometimes the courts they don't take it up. Sometimes the courts don't take up a case because maybe it's they don't want to go through. Maybe they don't want to go through it, even though they're judges, or maybe it's a protection. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how you gotta look at it. So that's how you gotta look at it sometimes. The court system is kind of tricky. So Epic got a good thing going right now. They got their Epic store to worry about, and they got Fortnite to worry about. So yeah, and go on from there, man. But they do have that option of trying it again. So file for an appeals, and then go give it another go. So yeah. Other than that, that's the news I got to report. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side.